The Last Drumbeat of Igudu historical fiction setting, 1897, southern Nigeria, Benin Kingdom, pre-colonial Africa. The Whisper of the Oracle. The sky over Igudu, a small vassal village under the Benin Kingdom, cracked with thunder. It was the season of planting, but something felt different. The village elder, Chief Ovi, sat silently under the Iroko tree as the oracle woman, Mama Nwaka, emerged from the sacred grove wrapped in red and white cloth, her body streaked with chalk patterns. "The gods have spoken," she said, her voice deep and ancient. "The white spirits are coming from the sea again, but this time they bring fire, not trade." A murmur went through the crowd of villagers gathered at the base of the hill. Everyone had heard of the British soldiers and their guns. They came under the pretense of palm oil and treaties, but left behind silence and ashes. Young Omo, barely 17, clenched his fists. His father, a blacksmith and royal messenger, had died returning from Benin City just 2 moons ago. Rumors said the king refused a British envoy. Retaliation was inevitable. The warrior's path, Omo's brother, Efe, had joined the warriors who swore allegiance to the Oba of Benin. Though Omo was younger, he trained daily with a wooden spear behind the yam barns. He did not want to fight, but he also refused to be a witness to the fall of his people. Chief Ovi summoned the youth of Igudu one evening. "The empire needs not just strength, but memory. You must remember who we are when the fires come. Carve it into drums, into stone, into stories." That night, Omo carved his first drum, the Benin Expedition. The British punitive expedition reached Benin City in February 1897. It was swift and devastating. The royal palace was burned, and thousands of bronze plaques and ivory tusks were looted. The Oba was exiled. News traveled like wildfire. By the time they reached Igudu, the village was ready. Women buried sacred relics. Men had dug trenches, sharpened stakes, and laid traps with poisoned thorns. Children were hidden deep in the forest. Omo stood at the edge of the village with his brother Efe and the other warriors. The rhythm of his drum called to the gods of their ancestors. When the first gunshot cracked through the forest, the echo of his heartbeat refused to surrender. Ashes and seeds. Igudu did not survive untouched. The village burned, but its soul remained unbroken. Ife died in battle. Omo survived with a scar across his cheek and a drum slung on his back. He wandered from village to village, telling the story of Igudu, resistance, and pride. He grew old teaching children how to carve drums and sing stories into eternity. When asked why he never left for the village, new schools or cities, Omo would say, "They came with guns. We answered with memory. As long as our stories are told, we are never conquered." Today, a cracked wooden drum sits in a museum in London.